Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Thanks everybody who joined us for the live streams with me and Glenn, and of course welcoming Albert Sambi Lokonga to Arsenal. Those two live streams are both on the channel, so make sure I do check them out. Arsenal announced Albert Sambi Lokonga, and as well we also did talk about our 7 new signings that we would actually love to bring in by Mikel Arteta's command. So basically this video is dedicated onto the next signings. That is what we're going to discuss in depth. Who are our next signings? Sky Sport have been speaking about Aaron Ramsdale, the likes of Ben White, and they spoke about Lokonga before we actually announced him. So Lokonga is a done deal. Definitely a done deal. Arsenal have announced that one. If you have not watched the video yet, make sure you head over the channel and watch the video. Interesting stuff. I mean, we spoke so many things about Albert Sambi Lokonga and the others, but one of the things we actually talked about, and that's why I've decided to do this video, is who are our next signings. Now the juniors are done. We need to focus more on the senior players. We need to look at the senior level, because for me the junior level is done. If you bring in a backup player, for Kian Tierney, that is done. If you're bringing in a player to deputize Thomas Partey, that one is done as well. Now, who is the central midfielder that comes in, and who is the attacking midfielder that comes in, and then the issue and situation with our center back? That is what we are actually going to discuss in this video. So please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, any content that you have missed today, don't worry, I don't delete my videos. Check my YouTube channel, go to the home page, and make sure you subscribe. When you reach there, you'll watch all the videos that we talked about today. So in the morning, I'll start off, in the morning, we spoke about Houssem Aouar, and the story actually was from from Sky Sports Premier League. They were saying that Arsenal will focus now this week. They will focus on Houssem Aouar as one of their next signing, as their next target. So after announcing Albert Sambi Lokonga, we have Ben White very close. Next week, according to Chef, that is Sky Sport, today he's been speaking about the Arsenal update, and he said Arsenal will actually do complete their signing of Ben White in the coming week, not in the coming weeks, but in the coming weeks. So 26th, that is when you have his medical. Obviously you can never have the medicals, the medical dates, right? Or the dates, right? But one of the things at least we know is we will announce Ben White in the coming week, either on Monday, Tuesday. Depends on when Arsenal feel like they want to announce the lad. So our next signing, our third signing, is gonna be Ben White, and that one is already confirmed, because with Albert Sambi Lokonga now announced, Ben White is the next one in line. Price agreed with Brighton, for 55 million pounds, 50 million pounds in guaranteed payments, and 5 million pounds in add-ons. That is confirmed as well. So that one is pretty much done. Personal terms agreed. Signed. Initial paperwork signed. The player is in Greece. What I don't understand is, if he comes back from Greece, is he going to go under isolation? Isolation rules, because he's coming from abroad and he's coming back in the UK. So there's gonna be a very big question there. But our third signing is Benjamin White. That one is our third signing. So speaking about Arsenal's next signings, Ben White comes in as our third, and I think he's a senior player. This is where it gets interesting. Big signings have now started after Lokonga, after Nuno Tavares, which is who of course that's around 33 or 32 million euros combined. Now we are spending 55 million pounds on Ben White from Brighton. That is our third signing. Our fourth signing, if nothing changes, because with transfers, things could change. Things could happen so fast, and things could actually happen so slow. You remember the Nuno Tavares deal was actually worth way too behind the Albert Sambi Lokonga deal. But look at the time difference. Nuno Tavares actually has played his debut for Arsenal and even scored his first goal at Arsenal. Albert Sambi Lokonga is just being announced. He's not played any game for Arsenal or any minute for the club. So that is the difference with transfers. But hopefully if nothing changes, our third signing is going to be Houssem, or our fourth signing, sorry, is going to be Houssem Aouar. Now, with the Houssem Aouar deal, I'll say it again and I'll repeat it. This week, we have a big update coming up, a very, very big update. It's either an official bid, because what makes the Aouar bid very easy, the Aouar deal very easy, is the amount of money we bid will actually determine where the deal goes. If we go with less than 25 million euros, the deal is off. Absolutely, not really off, but it won't make any sense if you're buying a player for 25 million euros from Lyon. Jean-Michel Aulas, you don't want to annoy him. You don't want to piss him off. He's already pissed off that he's losing one of his best talents, his best players, at pennies, at peanuts. So if you go in with less than 25 million euros, it won't make a lot of sense. So I think what's going to happen is this week Arsenal will go in with a bid for Houssem Aouar, despite the fact that there is a lot of fiasco with with Roma on the Granit Xhaka deal. I think after Albert Sambi Lokonga being announced as an Arsenal player now, much of the focus is going to be on Granit Xhaka leaving the club, trying to find that consensus between Arsenal and Roma to get the player out of the squad. Many people will miss him. I won't miss him. I think we need an upgrade in that area. So then we will go for Houssem Aouar. And what a perfect replacement it is, because if you're selling Granit Xhaka and you want almost 20 million euros, and you're gonna replace him with a younger player with a lot of potential, a player who I think has arrived and is very close to his prime and peak of his career in Houssem Aouar, and you're almost gonna get him at the same price as Granit Xhaka. That is good business. That is really, really fascinating from Arsenal. So we expect that one to be our fourth signing. Like I said, personal terms not yet agreed, but not expected to be a problem. We've done that video, we've looked at that, and basically I've said it. There is no way a player is gonna say personal terms are a problem if you're trying to double his wages. I mean, unless you're talking about agent fees and incentives, but for personal terms, personal fees, those ones are not going to be a big problem for Houssem Aouar and Arsenal. So the only problem with the deal might come if Granit Xhaka takes a long time to leave the club. And I believe in the next 48 hours or in the next 72 hours, we could hear that Granit Xhaka has left Arsenal and joined Roma very, very soon. Right, then our fifth signing, that is where questions come in. Who should our fifth signing be? I reckon our fifth signing, according to Sky, Shet has been speaking, and he actually said Arsenal have not made any formal contact for Aaron Ramsdale. So Sheffield United have not received any formal offers or formal interest formal interest notice from Arsenal in for Aaron Ramsdale, despite the fact that he's gonna be leading the race to join Arsenal as our backup goalkeeper, because we need someone who is a homegrown goalkeeper. So I reckon our fifth signing is gonna be Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale should be our fifth signing, not James Maddison. I know you want me to say James Maddison, but I think our fifth signing would be Aaron Ramsdale or a backup goalkeeper. At the moment, it is Sam Johnston and Aaron Ramsdale, and I think at the end it will be Aaron Ramsdale. I think Arsenal will make it a very, very easy deal to do, because for Sheffield United, the moment you give them the money they want, they're gonna get out of it and they will sell. Player wants to join Arsenal. Arsenal want the player. Personal terms are not expected to be a big problem between us and Aaron Ramsdale. That one should get done as soon as possible. Signing number 6, I really can't predict this one. I really can't predict this one. But what I can say is our signing number 6 could be either James Maddison or a right back. And in terms of a right back, we are looking at 2 or 3, a couple of them actually, because now we have Sergino Dest, we have Max Aarons, we have Zelik Selik, we have a couple of them. But I think our signing number 6 could be James Maddison. I think signing number 6 will be James Maddison. And why I reckon it will be James Maddison is because I think after letting some players go, which we are going to do, I think a lot of work in this week is going to be letting more players go as we wait for Ben White to come back from his holiday and announce him as a signing. So the moment we let go of all these other players, James Maddison will be in line. We'll be able to make a decent bid. We'll be able to discuss personal terms. We'll be able to do absolutely everything with James Maddison. So I think, yeah, signing number 6, James Maddison. I'm not really pretty sure of the order, but I'm speaking of Arsenal's next signings and big targets. So lastly, I think we will bring in a right back, and I reckon it could be Max Aarons or Zelik Selik. Those are the 2 players I'm looking at, and I'm pretty sure Arsenal will get one of them. So 2 signings done. A lot of work has to be done now to correct the starting 11, because both players that we have signed are not members of this of the starting 11, and that is what is so challenging. Yes, we have celebrated, we have looked at, we have looked so nice and things like that, but they are not members of the first 11. They're members of the first squad, well and good. But if you ask me, are they gonna play regularly per 90? No, they're not really gonna play every 90 minutes at Arsenal. So the next thing to think about, what Arsenal should focus now on, is how do we bring in players that are gonna play in that starting 11 for Mikel Arteta. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you very soon in the next one.